What's up, YouTubers? Today I got a box review, 1993 Fleer Ultra Baseball Series 1. I picked up this box on eBay for $18, free shipping. Opened them all up off camera because I didn't want to make a 30-minute video flipping through a whole bunch of commons. Set the camera down here, and we'll review this. Back in 1993, I didn't open too much of Fleer Ultra. I opened up a lot of tops. From 93. That was pretty much the brunt of what I spent my money on in 93 was comic books and tops. So I was able to pick this up, like I said, for 18 bucks, which wasn't too bad. I do have some of the inserts and some of the singles from this set, but never opened extensive packs like I did here with this box. I was able to put together a complete set, 1 through 300 there. This is my stack of duplicates here. Obviously with 300 cards and you're opening, 36 packs of 15 cards, you're going to have excessive duplicates, but I didn't pull triplicates, I don't think, of any card. I think it was mostly just dupes. There might have been 1 or 2 players I pulled trips of, but so overall the collation was pretty good in that box. I got my stacks of some of the cards I'm going to review here. I got my superstars, my inserts. I'll get into these here in just a minute, but we'll start off here with this stack here, which is my nicknames. I always like doing the nicknames when I open packs. We got Carl, what you talking about, Willis? Bob Welch's Grape Juice, Mike Lego My Gallego, Professor Xavier Hernandez, Terry Mulholland Drive, personal favorite Paul Assmuncher, John Oscar Meyer Wiener, Steve Sucks, Blowjob Surhoff. And celebrities here, we got Bill Swift, back before he launched Flex Tape and Flex Seal line of products. And last but not least, we got my personal favorite, Michael Jackson. When he wasn't entertaining boys at Neverland Ranch, he was pitching middle relief for 10 plus years, I think, with a handful of teams. Of course, I remember the time when he was with my San Francisco Giants in the Bay Area. I mean, this guy was just a smooth criminal out there on the mound, if you know what I mean. I mean, they would, it was pretty much black or white if you were going to bring in Michael Jackson into a game. Usually it'd be a thriller of a game. It'd be, they'd bring him into a dangerous jam, and he would just beat it, The sad part is a lot of middle relievers don't get a lot of love in the hobby. They probably think that they don't care about us, but I'm going to be starting something new with my collection and start putting classic middle relievers like Michael Jackson in there. So I salute you, King of Pop and King of Middle Relief, Michael Jackson. So, all right, this section of cards here, this is what I'm going to refer to as BS players before the steroids. This is 1992 season, so right before the big boon of the steroid era, which I believe got ushered in 1993. Obviously, Jose Canseco, in his book Juiced, claimed that he was doing steroids back in the late 80s. Obviously, his 40-40 year in 1989. So let's just get right into these players before the steroids. We got Brady Anderson, who the very next year hit over 50 out of nowhere. This guy was a leadoff hitter. Had maybe 20 home run pop tops, and he hits 50. Maybe it was the sideburns that helped it. We got Bret Boone. This guy's listed at about 180 pounds here, but later in his career he got up to 210, 220. Just almost doubled his girth. Ken Caminetti, a known steroid user. This guy had 13 home runs this year in a 500 plus at-bats, and then took steroids and was an MVP, I think, the next season or the season after. I think it might have been the very next season, 93. Of course, Sammy Sosa, whose head got huge in the big home run chase of 98 with McGuire. I think he had 3 straight seasons of 60 or more home runs. I might be incorrect there, but it's something ridiculous like that. From 1991, when 1990, when Cecil Felder hit 50, to I think Brady Anderson was the first guy to hit 50 after that. There was nobody between 1990 and 1993 that hit over 50 home runs. And then in the next, 7 years, there was 4 or 5 guys every year that hit 50. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Jeff Kent. I think he was a steroid user on the same team with Bonds with the Giants in the early 2000s. Luis Gonzalez, major career swing after the age of 30 in the home run department, hitting 57 or 56 with the Diamondbacks in 2001. Steve Finley, another guy whose body shape I'm just basing it off of, also being with the Astros, and Craig Biggio, another guy that I believe did steroids. Home run production, also durability, helped with the durability, not getting dinged up and having long careers. If you notice, Steve Finley, Luis Gonzalez, and Craig Biggio all had long, extensive careers. Terry Steinbach. The only reason why I put him in here is because of his one crazy year of 95 or 96 when he hit 36 home runs, when his career high prior to that was, I think, 15 or 16. And we're talking he was in his mid-30s when he did that. Paul Merrow, who looked right at the camera and said, I did not take steroids, but a month or so later it came out that he failed. Gary Sheffield, another guy that didn't need to take steroids, already had all the skill in the world like Barry Bonds, but then we got Jim Thome. I get a lot of crap for this one, but Jim Thome on the back of this card is listed at 200 pounds. His rookie cards, when he came into the league, he was listed at 190. He ballooned to 250 on some cards, up to 260 listed on some other cards. That's more than Mark McGwire put on, who came into the league at 220, 225, and he got up to 250, 260, just like Jim Thome did. But Jim Thome does not get mentioned in that list of possible or probable steroid users. But I think with the production and this, just the body mass that he put on, I think it's pretty obvious that he did some performance-enhancing drugs. We'll just call them PEDs instead of just steroids, because there's all kinds of exotic things that you can take. And of course, Mike LaValliere, goes without saying that this guy was on steroids. So that is that. And now we got my stack of superstar cards, Hall of Famers. Just flip through these real quick here. I didn't really go over the design here, but Fleer Ultra had a really nice clean card design here with the marbling at the bottom and the gold foil stamping with the team, or with the team name, player name, and then the fastball fire going through the Ultra logo there. And then the backs looked very similar to the year before, but just very clean. I'm a fan of career statistics, but if you make a back look that nice, we can get away with it. So, but we got Craig Biggio there, Hall of Famer. Sammy Sosa, not a Hall of Famer, but I think he might eventually get in one day. We'll see. Mike Piazza says rookie, but it is not. One of the things Fleer Ultra innovated that year was putting that rookie stamp there on the cards. Topps has run wild with that. Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. Pedro Martinez, another non-rookie, rookie stamped card. Barry Larkin. You might almost put him into that steroid category. He had one year where he just, I think it was his MVP season, where he had a spike in home runs like never before seen with his career arc. So a couple of him. Tom Glavine. Eric Davis, not a Hall of Famer, but I grew up in the late 80s, and he was a superstar that I liked, even though he could never stay healthy. Tim Raines. Ozzie Smith. A couple of Frank Thomas cards. Mike Mussina. The Crime Dog, who needs to be in the Hall of Fame. It's a crime that he's not. 1,600 career RBIs. Just a few shy of 500 career home runs. Will Clark. Rafael Palmeiro. Alan Trammell. Robin Yount. Kirby Puckett. Don Mattingly. Eckersley, who was coming off a hell of a year there. That was his MVP Cy Young season, I believe. Pudge Rodriguez. Joe Carter. Randy Johnson. Jack Morris. Ricky Henderson. And George Brett, and newly elected Edgar Martinez there. So those were my Hall of Famer / superstar cards there. And the inserts, they're supposed to be like 3 different insert sets. There was, according to the box here, there's Ultra Award Winners, Home Run Kings, and Ultra Rookies, as well as the Dennis Eckersley career set. I didn't pull anything other than the award winners. I don't know if this was just like a retail box and the hobby boxes had those other inserts, but I did pretty good with my insert selection, considering some of the players that were in this set. There was like Tom Pagnozzi with a gold glove, Jose Chico Leaned with a gold glove, Mark Grace, Andy Van Slyke, just some guys that had good careers, but not anybody that I'd be happy to pull an insert out of. But I got Pat Listash, one of the worst rookies of the year from the 90s. He beat out Kenny Lofton that year for Rookie of the Year, who had a much better career, was a few-time All-Star. Pat Borders, who was the World Series MVP in '92 against the Braves. He almost batted .500 in that series, if I remember, and had some really good defensive plays, throwing out base runners in prime spots. So those were my two crappy Pats there that I pulled insert-wise. And then my Gold Gloves, I pulled really good players here. We got Pudge Rodriguez, Robbie Alomar, Hall of Famer. I think Pudge will get in too. Or is he already in? I don't think he's in yet. Kirby Puckett. And Cal Ripken. Nice cards there. And then my award winners, Cy Young winner Greg Maddux. And obviously before steroids, Barry Bonds there. Look at how skinny he is. Look at the size of his head. It's normal. So anyway, that's my review of 1993 Fleer, my box. Like I said, I got a complete set, and I got a whole bunch of duplicates, so if there's anybody out there looking for some singles, let me know. And I'll get back to you with another video here pretty soon. Thanks for watching.